Hi, welcome back to Basement Backgammon. On this episode, we're going to be looking at problem 28 in Bill Robertie's 501 Essential Backgammon Problem Series. But first, before we go into that, let's talk a little bit about this board. This is a full-size HIT. Well, full-size is not the right exact words, but it's slightly larger than 1.5 inches, these checkers. They're 1 5/8, slightly smaller than 1 3/4. I call it a full-size or a tournament-size board. Because it's one of the larger boards, if not the largest board that HIT Industries made. HIT Industries was out of Avenel, New Jersey, and they were an importer of backgammon boards that were made overseas. I believe Korea was one of their major manufacturing hubs. And these boards are actually very good for what they are. They're very 1970s. They've got this kind of velour felt on them, this orange felt. But the points are nicely done. There is a little bit of wear on the points because they do stick up a little bit out of the felt, and they are stitched points. Generally, I try to avoid stitched points, but these stick down below the felt surface just a little bit. So the checkers glide fairly smoothly, considering what they are. I also love the cups, these square cups that have a trip lip inside. These are really great too. They feel really good in your hands, these square cups, and they fit really nicely here. This, for the money, is one of the better budget boards you can get, vintage budget boards. You can sometimes find these exact boards with the square cups and the full size for something like $30 to $50 online on eBay. So this is a really good pickup if you can get this. It's a very good and useful board, a very playable board. All right, enough about gushing over the HIT board. This particular problem, problem 28, Brown is being asked to play a 2-1 in this position. And it's a little difficult to understand and figure it out. Looking over the board, I'm going to give you 10 seconds, and I would like you to take a look at it. If you need more than 10 seconds to decide, just pause the video and we'll come back to it. Okay, and we're back. And what Robertie's suggestion for this is to play 24 to 21. And the reason why is he doesn't think it's the right thing to hit. Now, let's read what Robertie has to say, and you'll see why it's not right to hit in this particular case. Breaking key points is usually a bad idea. You want to hit with spares because points may be hard to rebuild. Here, Brown can go for an all-out attack with 8-7, 13-11. But it's a bad idea because red loses his 8-point. I keep saying red. Brown loses his 8-point, and white would have 18 immediate shots, return shots from the bar. That's too high a price to pay for a possible gain of only a few pips. Instead, Brown should just play prudently with 24 to 21. So what Robertie's getting on about here is that you have to think about your risk in order to gain for the position you're trying to get. So to break this in this particular case, with 2 being, and this would be the board, with 2 being the other supporting checker, would be a poor move because you're risking too much to gain too little. Now it'd be different if you were fighting for a different point. Maybe you were fighting for the 5-point and you had one other checker in the zone and you're able to try to make a point there, or something to that effect. But breaking this point when it's useful, blocking your 6 right now from the checker on the 2-point here, the white's checker on 23, would be not prudent, and you're giving up too much, basically is what he's saying. So just do the obvious thing and split your back checker and try to anchor up back here. There's still plenty of blots and plenty of cleanup that white has to do. Let's see what XG has to say about it. We'll be back with that video in just a moment. And we're back with our XG analysis. In this case, this is problem 28 of Bill Robertie's 501 backgammon problems. And we are asked, black is being asked to play a 2-1 in this particular case, where there's a blot on the 7 and there's a blot on the 2. And let's see what XG has to say about this in cash game mode. And wow, we have a differential between XG and Robertie's advice. Robertie's advice, if you remember, was playing 24 to 21. Simply moving splitting the back checkers rather than breaking the 8-point. And XG says no, absolutely not. Break the 8-point, make the hit, bring another checker down from 13 to 11 to support it and start a blitz run. So this is an interesting, even though there's 18 shots, clean shots coming back from white, XG says this is the play to make. I've done, by the way, this analysis in all the match play situations, and it's the same. So there is a major difference here between what Robertie's saying and what XG is saying. Now let's check out the move table from XG and see what it says. And it says that 24-21 is the second best play, and it's only a 1.8% differential. So Robertie was real close. I understand that Robertie wrote this kind of prior to computers and prior to XG. So he didn't have this to consult from to do his problems. And he got real close. But and I don't think anyone would fault you for playing 24-21, but XG says this is the slightly better play. Anything else is a minor differential. There's a bunch of different moves that are just minor differentials as well. 3.6%, 6.2%, 5.2%, et cetera, et cetera. So there aren't too many wrong ways to play this. I'm sure there's a couple. I'm sure I could find a wrong way to play it. But it looks like XG in this case is differing from Robertie. So anyway, I hope this was educational for you. I hope you like this video series. Please like and subscribe if you want to see more. Hit the notification bell if you want to be notified of every time I upload a video. And I will be doing plenty of these, one a day until we're at the end. Thanks for watching.